Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Kalam's Institute of Youth Excellence, ISRO Space Tutor, I extend a warm and enthusiastic welcome to all our learners, streamers, and future explorers joining us today. I am Deepshika, student coordinator of KIYE, and I'm glad to be your host for Lecture 11 of Aryabhata Space Utsav, a year-long online lecture series aimed to bring the marvelous of space science right to your screens. This series was started to honor Aryabhata, India's first satellite, and to spark scientific curiosity among students and educators nationwide. Our theme is Space is the Next Destination. Let's explore it. And today, we continue our journey with a very special session. For those who are very new to us, Kalam's Institute of Youth Excellence is a non-profit organization that carry forward the vision and mission of our beloved Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Our goal is to inspire and guide young minds, help them grow their skills, and prepare them for the bright future. KIYE is an organization leading by the students for the students. Let us now take a quick look at a short audiovisual presentation that showcases the vision, achievements, and impact of KIYE. Now the video starts.
नहीं एक जश्न है भारत रग रग में है जीत की आदत ऐसा हुनर दुश्मन भी सलामी दे तू सूरज हम तेरे उजाले तुझसे जुदा नहीं होने वाले आखिर तक हम सफर दिखेंगे के जय हिंद जो नस नस में है हर बाजी फिर बस में है जिद ठान के हिंदुस्तान बोले सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वन्दे मातरम् सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वन्दे मातरम् ना ही ज़मीन आसमानों में मुमकिन है दो जहानों में जज्बे इरादे और ये जुनून बनते हैं दिल के कारखानों में पहुंच गए अंबर से आगे धरती से फिर भी बंधे हैं धागे रहते वतन की मिट्टी से जुड़ के जय हिंद जो नस नस में है हर बाजी फिर बस में है जिद ठान के हिंदुस्तान बोले सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वन्दे मातरम् सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम वन्दे मातरम्
That was a memory recalling video of KIYE. Now, to give us a deeper understanding of KIYE and its mission, I now invite our passionate student leader, Ms. Vaishnavi, to share a few words about her experience in KIYE. Ms. Vaishnavi, the mic is yours.
Good evening, respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, esteemed mentors, and dear friends. I am sincerely grateful for the opportunity to share my thoughts with this august assembly. My name is Kotakonda Vaishnavi. I am currently studying at Gokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. I am pursuing my B.Tech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I am presently in my third year of engineering. Today, I feel honored to share my experience with KIYE Foundation, an organization that has played a significant role in shaping my personal and professional growth. Before joining KIYE Foundation, I had interest and curiosity, but I lacked exposure to real world learning and leadership opportunities. KIYE Foundation provided me with a platform where learning goes beyond classrooms and textbooks. It helped me understand the importance of leadership, teamwork, and responsibility. I got the opportunity to be involved in organizing major events such as Vigyan Vaibhav and Kalam Space Convention. Through these events, I learned planning, coordination, communication, and time management. I also gained confidence by interacting with professionals, speakers, and students. KIYE helped me overcome stage fear and self doubt. It encouraged me to take initiative and believe in my abilities. Every task assigned to me became a learning experience. Every challenge helped me grow stronger and more confident. What makes KIY Foundation truly special is its vision to empower students and nurture young leaders. Today, I stand here as a more confident and focused individual with a clarity about my goals and career. I am deeply grateful to KIY Foundation, my mentors, and my team for their constant support and guidance. Thank you, KIY Foundation, for shaping my journey. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Vaishnavi, for that inspiring journey. Now, let us take a look onto the video of Ms. Drakshi sharing her experience in KIY.
Hey everyone, I am excited to share my journey with KIYE Kalam Institute of Youth Excellence. From being an audience member to becoming a student coordinator, KIYE has helped me learn, build confidence and develop teamwork skills. I have even met inspiring personalities like ISRO chairman Somnath sir. What I love about KIYE is its focus on personal growth and nation building. We are working to strengthen India's defense and make a positive impact. If you are looking for a platform to unlock your potential and become a leader, join KIYE, hurry up and be a part of something amazing.
That was a motivating video by Ms. Drakshi. Now comes the highlight of today's lecture, the moment we all have been waiting for. It gives me immense pride to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Ramanagouda V. Nadagouda, Distinguished Scientist, Associate Director, UR Satellite Center, Bangalore. Dr. Ramanagouda V. Nadagouda has dedicated over 36 years to the advancement of India's space program. His visionary leadership and pioneering contributions in the spacecraft realization, integration, testing, and checkout activities have strengthened India's self-reliance in the space technology, and presently he is overseeing all spacecraft missions. A graduate of NIT Surathkal, he joined ISRO in 1989 with a deep passion to serve the nation. Since then, he has played pivotal roles in the landmark missions including CaroSat-1, INSAT-4B, Chandrayaan series, Mangalyaan, RESAT series, strategic EO satellites, AstroSat, Aditya L1, Spadex, NISAR, Gaganyaan, and forthcoming ambitions missions for ISRO. He is a key architect of the RESAT series, enabling rapid realization of all weather, day night Earth observation satellites critical to national security, and played a vital role in the success of Operation Sindoor. His initiatives of critical technologies such as spacecraft checkout systems and advanced antenna systems have saved the nation thousands of crores and reduced dependence on imports. Through these achievements, Dr. Nadagouda exemplifies the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India, fostering a globally competitive Indian space sector. His contributions have also accelerated research and innovation across academia and industry. Coming from a humble farming background in rural Karnataka, he has ensured that the benefits of space reach society. He has organized National Space Day celebrations, ISRO Robotic Challenge, Kannada Technical Seminars, World Space Week, and numerous science outreach programs. These initiatives have inspired lakhs of young minds, especially from the rural Karnataka, across India to dream of becoming innovators and leaders in science and technology. He is a key role of the prestigious Karnataka Rajostava Award for the year 2025 in the category of Science and Technology. Honorable former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda Award for the year 2025 in the category of Science and Technology and nominated by ISRO. For Sir M. Visvesvaraya Award of KSCST Government of Karnataka. We are truly privileged to have such an inspiring personality with us today. Sir, the virtual stage is all yours. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction and a brief briefing about Kalam's Institute for Youth Excellence. Thank you very much. And so far, the program was organized in a very nice way, exhibiting your leadership qualities and what all you have learned so far. And it is really promising seeing you all joining together and doing. This is what coming together, thinking together collectively, and concerted effort, orchestrated effort. These are the things which will lead to great success. especially in missions like ISRO's missions. Any success, any one chain is weak, the whole chain is weak. So it is our duty to make everybody strong. And seeing this forum, I am really thrilled to know that all of you have become very confident and confidently handling any challenge. So you have a great future. Actually, my presentation you can put first slide. Can you display? Yeah. See, like you only, it is the vision of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai who thought that science has the capability to make living better for humanity. With that objective, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai started space activity. As you all know, he is called the father of space technology in India. Like Vikram Sarabhai is called father of space technology in India, Professor Dr. U.R. Rao, Udupi Ramchandra Rao, is called the father of spacecraft technology in India. And as you know, he passed away in the year 2017, and he was the one who started the spacecraft activity. And after the death of Professor U.R. Rao, our satellite center was earlier called ISRO Satellite Center. After the death of Professor U.R. Rao, Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji only named our center as U.R. Rao Satellite Center. See, with a vision of Professor Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, what started from humble beginnings by launching a tiny rocket from Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station. From that humble beginning in 1963 to becoming one amongst the top 5 spacefaring nations and space agencies in the world, ISRO and India, the accomplishment is not a small accomplishment, and that too at a shoestring budget. And all that happened because of the people who were like you. Today you are there, no? Like this only they were there at that point of time. They joined hands with Professor Vikram Sarabhai. They worked together, and time to time they made the tremendous progress, and they learned the technology, they learned the skill, they learned the talent, and met the requirement of the nation and made living better for humanity. As you know, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai said, we must be second to none in the application of space technology to find solutions to the problems of man and society. What a great thought, what a vision. That is why we call them as visionaries. See, they can foresee what is the requirement. And as you know, science itself has that power, and space science especially has a great power. And future, one who is supreme in space will rule the world, and that is what we should plan to become. We don't want to compete with anybody, and we don't have a plan to trouble anybody, but the world should know that somebody tries to trouble us, they will be shown the way. That kind of message already they have got through Operation Sindoor, where enemy was crumbled within days. And how that will happen? That will happen only when whatever the success our founding fathers and former leaders, because of their contribution, good thought, and committed and dedicated effort, they have made progress. That can sustain only if you get into and take the fate in your hands and continue the leadership of founding fathers, find solution and deal with all the challenges and emerge successful. Only then it is possible. Can you go to the next slide? You can stream the slide. See, this is the photo of my felicitation in Ravindra Kalakshetra in Karnataka on occasion of I was honored by the Honorable Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister. You can see me. And this is what, and basically this one through outreach programs in the form of National Space Agency, National Science to field of space technology, and whatever is their passion, I told them to pursue. And recognizing my contribution, the government of Karnataka honored me with this prestigious Karnataka Rajyotsava Award. Similarly, last year I was awarded with Honorable former Prime Minister Sri H.D. Devegowda Award also in the field of science and technology. On the occasion of his 93rd birthday, 93 eminent people in different fields were honored, and I was one in the field of science and technology. And I also come from a very humble background. I come from a village. I studied in government school up to the age of up to sixth standard, and then I moved to a bigger place, district place, Dharwad. Dharwad is called as Vidya Kashi. Vidya Kashi means it is known for education. And fortunately, even though the level of facilities that were there in my village, I was fortunate. Like that, my director, that is URO Satellite Center Director, one Sri Shankaran is there, M. Shankaran. He is such a wonderful person, and he is concerned about the well being of the society. He is of the opinion that, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, region, economic background, or any background, people should not be deprived of the opportunity. Once people get opportunity, they will get it will automatically, whatever talent they have, it will come out, and they will be able to contribute to the progress of the nation. That is the way to move forward. And with that thought, usually we every year in URO Satellite Center, we celebrate Karnataka Rajyotsava in a very meaningful way and beneficial way, benefiting the young minds and general public. And what we do is, generally we used to organize 2 day event. One day used to be a stage program and telling about Kannada culture and all. Another day we used to organize Kannada technical seminar, especially benefiting the people who are studying in government schools, Kannada regional language and all that. But that year, in the year 2023, I was chairman of the Karnataka Rajyotsava Committee in URO Satellite Center. My director, Sri Shankaran sir, told, Nadagouda, every time we have been calling students only in and around Bangalore, this year, why don't you call people from villages, from government schools across Karnataka and organize a 2 day program? One day can be technical seminar followed by visit to our exhibition and clean rooms. And second day can be visit to Vishweshwaraya Technological Museum and Planetarium. Then I told, sir, I will do it. But in a government setup, we have to do everything following all the rules, norms, and in the restricted budget. Once noble objectives are there, everybody will support. All my colleagues, more than 100 people told, sir, you take up this responsibility. We'll all support you. Even if we have to contribute some money, we'll contribute. They told, and my dear friends, we all worked relentlessly for 2-3 months, and we got 270 students from 90 schools and 90 teachers, totally 360 people. Totally, we took care of their logistics, that is, taking care of their stay, food, accommodation, everything. And one day was Kannada technical seminar in my organization, followed by a visit to our exhibition, followed by visit to clean room, and giving them exposure, what all is involved in realizing the spacecraft and how spacecrafts are beneficial to all citizens of this country, how every need of the country, man, even in administration, security, how it is taken care, that was made known to them and it was explained to them. And they also presented some papers. It was a inclusive participation, like the Kalam Institute is doing such a wonderful job. It is heartening to know that you are enabling future leaders of this country in every field, in science, technology, administration, management, everything. Because as you know, space requires the best of every field. If you are excellent in every field, that will come very handy to achieve excellence in space field. And that is why you are building a excellent citizens of the future who are going to take our nation and make it Atmanirbhar Bharat, Vikasit Bharat, Ek Bharat, Sresth Bharat, Vishwaguru Bharat. We were one Vishwaguru Bharat, and again the time is not very far to become once again Ek Bharat, Sresth Bharat, and Vishwaguru Bharat. We have a ambitious plan, and we all are working, and you all have you are very lucky that you are in the Amrit Kal. Really, it is happening time in India. Lot of opportunities. The opportunity that is estimated in the space field itself is $500 billion. That kind of opportunity is there. $500 billion is nearly 45 lakh crores. 45 lakh crores can easily give employment for 3 crore people. That is the kind of opportunity that is available. But even though opportunity is there, simply we will not be able to make use of the opportunity. We have to be ready for that. How we will be ready for that? We have to work for it. We have to study well, understand the concepts well, work for it. We should have that kind of commitment, dedication, and complete involvement. With that kind of involvement, if we work, there is no problem. Everybody will help. Your neighbors will help. Your elders will help. Your parents will help. Your gurus will help. And God also will bless you. And you will achieve success in whatever you wish for. And sky is also not the limit for what you can achieve and how you can make the nation strong. It is said, not only gold, but men can make the nation strong. We are all the people, you are all the people who are going to lead. And as you know, ISRO has embarked on very ambitious missions. And the number of missions that are approved now itself is worth 1 lakh crores. And almost it is 131 spacecraft missions to be realized in the next 5 years. And it is not possible by ISRO alone to do this, to realize this, because our resources are limited, manpower is limited. That is why what government thought was we have to involve everybody, students, young minds, academia, startups, industries, everybody we have to involve. With that in mind, government rolled out new space policy, and it is called unlocking of the space sector. And under that policy, they made arrangement to train whoever needs training. Suppose they want some expertise, guidance from ISRO, it is made available. They want some approval, it is made available. This is done by a vertical under Department of Space called InSpace, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. There is one more vertical called New Space India Limited. The job of New Space India Limited is anyone in the country wants some space-based service, they will approach New Space India Limited. And in turn, New Space India Limited, it need not approach ISRO alone. It can approach the private startups, or it can approach the industries if they have the capability, or even if they can go approach anybody in the world. And basically, the services have to be made available in a affordable cost and cost-effective way. And I am telling you, with dedication and commitment of, we have to let us, with great respect and reverence and gratitude, remember all our founding fathers and former leaders who involved themselves completely submerged in this activity worked for the good of this nation and made the country strong by developing space technology. But this can survive only if the next generation is ready and they also take forward this activity in a cost effective way. That is very important. You also have to find solution for the problems and you have to do in a cost effective way, because when we started somehow accomplishing the task was okay, but today it is not okay. You have to find solution, plus additionally it has to be in a cost effective way. Only then this activity will survive and it will sustain, because government also endlessly cannot pump money only in this sector. That is why with this mind only we have made the arrangement. And another vertical, as you know, ISRO only. And you also know that as on date, because we have worked for 60 years, committed work, dedicated work, and over the years, we have gained expertise, experience, talent, skill to do this spacecrafts, launch vehicles, and all that. And now, suddenly, if most of the load industry has to take, students have to take, academy have to take, means it will not happen. So it will take some time. And that is why government has made arrangement to get this help, guidance, mentorship, everything from ISRO. We are ready. Opportunities are unlimited. Please get into this exciting field. And if you do that, I have no doubt sky is also not the limit for what you can achieve. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. This, as you know, every year, October 4th to 10th is celebrated as World Space Week across the globe. And in this week, more than 10,000 events are organized all over the world. And ISRO also being a space activity organization, we also celebrate in a very meaningful and beneficial way. And last year, what we organized was this one, that is Living in Space was the theme. Can you go to the next? The idea is to reach out and bring awareness about the uses of space activity and how it is beneficial to humanity, how it makes living better for humanity. My dear students, I would like to tell you with pride that India is the only country where space activity started to make living better for humanity. Whereas in all other countries, it started to show either supremacy in technology or for military purpose. Whereas here, such a noble objective, to make living better for humanity. That is why I think even God also blessed, and that is how quick development and progress happened. And in future, the wars and all are won in space only. If you have supremacy in space, nobody will come to you and create trouble. If you are weak in space, you are gone. Within no time, you will be turned to dust. So we should not allow it to happen. Correct? And you all can ensure that this will happen. Yeah. See here, ISRO has 5 verticals of management, that is space applications, space transportation, that is launch vehicles. We have different class of launch vehicles to cater to different launching small satellites, medium satellites, bigger satellites. Actually, I would like to tell you, my dear friends, earlier we wanted to get cryogenic technology from Russia. America came in the way, and they were coming in the way of we getting this technology from Russia. But we used that difficulty or adversity to our advantage, and we developed that cryogenic technology ourselves. And recently, as you know, in recently we launched a 5,600 kg satellite for US. So that is how you have to turn adversity to your advantage, find solutions, and do it in a you have to indigenize and you have to bring Atmanirbharata. And if you keep doing, people will start respecting you. That is how. So ISRO is one country, or India is one nation where we have end-to-end capability in all these space-based services. And anyway, humans will not keep quiet. We want to explore the universe. We want to go to space. We want Indians to go to space, orbit for 2 to 3 days, and return back safely by touching down in the ocean waters. That is how human space program started. And my dear students, we are going to accomplish this. This involves, when human is involved in a mission, the type of care we have to take becomes tremendous, enormous, and we have to complete around 10,000 tests. And so far we have completed around 9,000 tests. Another 1,000 tests have to be completed. Now presently test vehicle missions are in progress, and we hope to send 2 or 3 astronauts in orbit them for up to 3 days and bring them back safely. I think it will happen in the year 2027. Lot of certification. You need to work in a very, very systematic and careful way, because nothing can go wrong. You should have redundancies, so many things. And really, I'm telling you, my dear friends, these are all very exciting days. Amrit Kal, you have lot of opportunities. The days are very good, and you are fortunate to be in your prime of your life when these things are happening in this country. So you are fortunate and you are blessed. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. See, you see here, so far, URSC has realized around 134 satellite and 105 launch vehicles. One I have updated. And we have launched 434 satellites for 34 countries so far. And Aryabhata to NISAR. NISAR, I am telling you, it is NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. Earlier, when we didn't have proficiency in space, when we wanted to work with somebody, nobody was coming forward because there was nothing for them to gain from us. But today it is not the situation. All space agencies are standing in queue to work in a collaborate and work with ISRO. What a great achievement. And people like you, who were once like you only, made this possible. And if you decide, you will definitely making much more than what they did, because generation to generation intelligence is supposed to increase, and your capability is supposed to increase, and definitely it is increasing. And when they started, the availability of information itself was scarce, but today it is not the scenario. On a touch of a button, you have access to all the information. Only your capability, will, and submerging yourself in this activity. But while I am telling so, it is very important to have a balanced life. You should maintain your health, both mental and physical. You should have good work balance and life balance. So I wish and pray God that your life will be very, very successful. You will have a happy, healthy, blessed, long life. I wish and pray God, and I am sure that it will happen. And you will transform this our nation into a happy society and happy country. And not only transforming our country into a happy and healthy and a great, satisfied nation, we want the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is, we want the entire world to be happy. We don't want any conflict. We want to live happily, and we want to let live others happily. My dear friends, as you know, there may be some people around you who are not as fortunate as you are. So please, if somebody needs help, kindly help them. Have the attitude of gratitude. Have respect for your parents, your teachers, your elders. If you inculcate that culture, that will give you strength in your time of difficulty, and you will be able to easily handle any situation. And when you go with a no, when your intentions are genuine and noble, Not only everybody will help you, even God will bless you and grace you, and you will have a very satisfied and gratifying life, and you will achieve everything through the tasks. Yeah, can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, you know here, this is the photo of Professor U.R. Rao. And in ISRO, most of the leaders, present chairman is 11th chairman, and most of the chairmen, they came from very humble backgrounds. For example, Professor U.R. Rao, he came from a very humble Vedic family, a small village. From that to becoming one of the great accomplished person in the world. He is the only one person whose name is there in the Space Hall of Fame, Washington. What a great honor and accomplishment. If Professor U.R. Rao can do, coming from such a humble background, you are starting from much higher platform, and I have no doubt you will go much beyond Professor U.R. Rao, Professor Vikram Sarabhai, and you will make living better for humanity. I have no doubt in that. You see here, we have two campuses. One is in Old Airport Road, another is in Maruthalli. Old Airport Road, it is about 32 acres of campus, and we have all facilities under one roof. Again, with great respect, reverence, and gratitude, let us all remember our founding fathers and former leaders who did and made all this happen. So, we have to have that attitude of gratitude, and this is how you know. And this startup culture and good work culture is there in ISRO. I am not telling that it is only there in ISRO. It is there everywhere. Everywhere, good things are happening. People are putting effort, and progress is happening in the country. So I would like to, with great respect, reverence, and gratitude, I want to salute all these heroes who are bringing progress of the nation. Let us all salute and give that respect. Remember them always. We are all working on their shoulders and further upgrading. So this is how we have 32 acres of campus where simultaneously three satellites can be built, whereas we have another 100 acres of campus in Maruthalli where simultaneously 14 satellites can be built. And last year we accomplished a joint NASA-ISRO synthetic aperture radar. The total money that was spent is $1.2 billion. That is around uh, 10,800 crores. In that 10,800 crores, we have spent only around 800 crores, whereas NASA has spent around 10,000 crores. We have done 70% of the work. Our main bus system was ours, one payload was ours. Only one antenna and one payload was from NASA JPL. JPL is Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So that is the ingenuity and cost effective way of working by Indians. That is what I am telling you. If you all decide, you will make Bharat, Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. And the facilities are built such that to make a satellite, all subsystems will come, and a ready satellite only can go. Everything can be done under the one roof. That is, all facilities are built under one roof. Satellite need not have to go, or we need not have to transport it to outside the building for doing any of the tests, because in satellite realization, first we have to integrate all systems, test it, make sure that it is meeting the requirement, it is able to do what we want that satellite to do, and then followed by we have to create the conditions what it will face when it is up in the orbit. Those conditions we have to create on ground. Correct. And for doing that also, we have built all the facilities. Those facilities, if you evaluate, they cost lakhs of crores, which was built in very low cost at that point of time. Earlier and all, when we started, for everything we had to go outside. But now everything, all facilities are within ISRO, and we will make it available to the industries also, and we are encouraging the industries to build facilities also, because the activity itself is going very large. So unless everybody involves and invests, this activity will not grow. And government also is supporting and it is happening. And once again, I want to tell you that a lot of opportunities are there. And this was accomplished, my dear friends. And this NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar is the world's costliest Earth observation mission done so far. And it is a science observatory. It is called Science Observatory, and it can detect millimeter of changes on the surface of the Earth. It can predict climate changes, that is ice melt, and even earthquakes. With some research, they are trying to predict earthquakes. It is not yet established, but it will. They are working in that direction. So this is what happens when there is a collective will of the people of this country, and if it is when it is an orchestrated and concerted effort, when all our hearts beat together, all our minds think together, such great things will happen. My dear friends, I would like to tell you that last year we accomplished Spadex mission. Spadex means space docking experiment. You imagine, my dear friends, two objects in space, they are orbiting with a speed of 7 kilometers per second. They have to come closer to each other using the onboard sensors, and they have to do all control, and smoothly they have to get attached to each other without getting damaged. This is a very complex task, and to test all systems, it is not possible. Some of the things can be tested only in space. So here also, this task was accomplished, and almost mission impossible was made possible. Once again, it is the great thought of Indians and Atmanirbharata. These are all precursor missions because we have embarked on human space flight, no, and we have a ambitious plan of putting our own Bharatiya Antariksh Station. First module will be up in space by 2028, and by 2035 we want to complete the establishment of Antariksh Station involving 5 modules, which will be generating around 30 kilowatts of power. It will be its mass is around 52 tons. And when the Bharatiya Antariksh Station, it has to be built in space, all these docking technologies are required. And this is what we achieved. And by doing so, we became the fourth country in the world to have that technology. Don't you feel proud? Yeah. So this is what happens when we collectively work together. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. You see, we have solution for every need of the country, be it food, water, energy, health, shelter, infrastructure, disaster management, all our radar imaging satellites, they can flood, inundation, all that they can find out. And we take care of the communication needs of the forces, and we also take care of defense needs, that is keeping an eye on our borders and observing and keeping a check on any suspicious and malicious activity to destabilize our country. So for every application, we have made the satellite, we have made the application and met the requirement of the nation. But now, as I told you in the beginning itself, we have to realize 131 satellites, and that is not possible by ISRO alone. And we are involving the industry. And I am very happy to inform you that under my lead role, last year, in the year 2024, we got 2 satellites. That Spadex, I told you, which became a successful mission. We got it realized in the industry, by the industry, in their infrastructure. That was the first attempt. And this model only is going to continue. To start with, it will happen in build to print mode. That means we give all the details, and industry only will do, and followed by just will give the specifications, they will be able to do. But it needs some time for that to happen. It will happen in 4 5 years, but somewhere we have to start. We are starting now. And that is the direction of government. And the government also will recognize it as our performance only if we are able to bring that capability in the industry. And we are working for this. And my dear friends, I would like to tell you that in the year 2019, there was a requirement for the nation to have a constellation of 3 spacecrafts with capability of day-night imaging, all-weather imaging. And we didn't have technology at that point of time, but we wanted those satellites. We called a space agency, International Space Agency, which had that capability. We told them we need 3 satellites, please do for us. But we want in 2 years, we told. But at that point of time, they told, even though we have capability, we cannot do in 2 years. It will take minimum 4 years, they told. Then at that point of time, I was also called for that meeting in our ISRO headquarters. Dr. Shivan sir was the chairman, ISRO. And you see, that is ISRO leadership. What confidence he had in the team. Our chairman sir told, if you are not able to give in 4 years, my team only will develop all the required technologies. Some 10 new technologies were required to be developed, and they told that it will cost 4,000 crores per satellite, and 3 satellites together 12,000 crores it would have costed. But all that we only developed all across ISRO. We worked as one team, and with concerted and orchestrated effort, we worked, and all our hearts were beating together, our mind was thinking together, and with collective effort, we developed all the required technologies, and we installed a constellation of. I was only designated as project director for that 3 satellites RISAT 2B series, which have the capability of 30 centimeter resolution. They have day-night imaging capability, means daytime also they can image, nighttime also they can image. It is rain or shine, they can image. So all weather conditions they were required, and keeping an eye on our borders. And my dear friends, even today they are working well, and they were instrumental in the success of Operation Sindoor, providing the required leverage to our armed forces. And let us remember our armed forces also, who did a wonderful job with their talent, skill, courage, and capability. They turned the enemy to dust within no time, and the enemy crumbled before us. And this is what happens when collective will of the country is there, and good leadership is there everywhere, be it in the government organization or in the government. This is what happens. And as I told you, these are happening times. Can you go to the next slide? And we all accomplished within only 1,000 crores, which otherwise would have costed, and we did it in 2 years. Otherwise, it would have costed 12,000 crores. Similarly, one antenna was required. It is a 3.6 meter diameter antenna, which will be folded during launch. And once going to orbit, it will unfurl and become a 3.6 diameter antenna. That antenna also, if you have to procure one antenna itself, will cost 500 crores. Not only costing, sometimes they will deny. They will tell, we will not give antenna. You take the full satellite, they will tell. But that also my team developed, and we realized 4 antennae within 100 crores. Otherwise, that antenna alone would have costed 2,000 crores. So, my dear friends, if you decide, you can do, and sky is also not the limit for what you can achieve. We have various different types of satellite buses to meet every requirement. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So you have navigation satellites. Next slide, please. Yeah, Earth observation, different resolution. Go to next slide. Yeah, these are our science missions, because these are the real things which will inspire and gain confidence in our capability to develop all the technology. One thing I would like to tell you, my dear friends, advancements in space technology drives advancement in every field. This is what has happened if you go to the history. for many of the things in diagnostic field, everything was found for doing space activity, which became very useful in the health sector, every sector. So we have to keep track of what is happening in the world around us, and we have to be in tune with that, and we have to achieve excellence in whatever we do. Go to next. Yeah, this is our human spaceflight program. Next, please. Yeah, Gaganyana program. Same. Next. Yeah, this is Exo mission. You all know Subhanshu Shukla only. Naresh, really, Naresh, your team, not only you, you and your team, entire team is doing a wonderful. Congratulations to you, and I have no doubt you will transform, you will perform, reform, and transform this country into a great nation, developed nation. And you and your team are such a dedicated, fine individuals. And anyway, Subhanshu Shukla, you got him to your institute itself, and I'm very happy to know about it. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So this is anyway. We have an ambitious mission of so many Chandrayana follow-on missions are there. We will be calling for your thought and feedback. Shortly, we will announce in our ISRO website, calling for your feedback. What you want to, why we have to do Chandrayana, what you want to do in our Chandrayana missions. Because so far up to 2040 we have planned. We want to land on moon in our own vehicle, Indians, vehicle designed by us, and land and come back safely. That is the ambitious plan, and then followed by establishing Chandra Nivas and Chandra Dwar, that is making missions from moon. We are thinking it will be cost effective. Then ISRO servicer mission, inspector mission, in orbit refueling, all these technologies are required. Already, you know, Elon Musk is planning to habitat Mars, and we also should not fall behind. And it is a very ambitious plan, and I am sure you all will be part of these missions. Next, please. Yeah, this is our roadmap that is ultimately establishing habitation on moon and other planets, and going to other planets and exploring the universe. Next, please. Yeah, building home in space. Next, please. Yeah, these are glimpses of the NISAR satellite I told you, no, during the realization phase. Just you can have a glimpse of it, what all is involved in building a satellite. Next, please. You can see in various phases, under different phases of testing and getting ready for shipping to a spaceport and then getting launched. Next. Next, please. Our chairman addressing. See, what we do is every satellite when it gets ready, no, as you know, these missions are very expensive, and we don't. Failure is not an option. We have to be successful. What we do is we conduct one review called pre-shipment review (PSR). There, no, even yesterday joined person, and there will be people from other organizations also. They will question us and make sure that we have not left any problem unnoticed in the entire spacecraft. Only when we are able to convince, we get permission to launch. This is the culture of ISRO. And that is why our success rate is very high, more than 95%, which is one of the best in this field. Next, please. Yeah. Can you play this video? This video is, I told you I was the project director for that 2 3 spacecrafts. And on the successful launch, we project directors get opportunity to address the nation. And that is like festival for us. So if coming from village, I can get this much opportunities, you will get much better opportunities. And I am sure your life will be wonderful and you will be making our nation great. Thank you very much. You listen to this video, and I am sure you will get inspired.
respected
You can
Chairman
see our
ISRO,
former chairman,
other
all
directors,
Somnath sir,
prestigious
Sivan sir,
leaders of ISRO,
and
whose
present
presence is
chairman
always with
Narayanan
us,
sir also.
high-level dignitaries who witnessed the flawless liftoff of PSLV C-46 RISAT-2B liftoff and
From
subsequent
this,
injection of the first
you
rocket
are
into
very
Saturn
confident
and subsequent solar
young
module
minds.
deployments.
But after
To my
listening to
senior
this, I am
colleagues
sure your confidence level
and
will
my
increase, because coming from a
dearest
humble background, I could lead
RISAT-2B
all these great
team members who
missions
have
and
realized the
made them
spacecraft in a
successful.
record time of
For
15
you will
months
be doing much more
and with
than
their
this.
highest level of commitment, dedication. Everyone has given their best, and I
That
thank
is the importance
PSLV
of
and
teamwork,
PSLV
commitment,
team
and
for
dedication.
injecting RISAT-2B in a precise orbit. Well begun is half done, and RISAT-2B has started its journey in the orbit, and it is going to perform, and it is going to change the way we do remote sensing and put it to use for disaster management and national development. RISAT-2B spacecraft comprises of bus module, payload module, and on top of the payload module, a highly complex and technologically excellent 3.6-meter deployable radial rib antenna, which was also developed in a record time. And
You can see Sivan
payload
sir
has a lot
standing
of
by my side,
complex
giving me
technologies,
opportunity.
high power
This is how Kalam sir
transmission, that
also
is
used
2
to
kilowatts of pulse power
inspire his
derived from SSPAs
juniors.
with
And like that,
8
his guru,
SSPAs combined power of
Satish
coupler
Dhawan sir,
matrix,
used
high
to give
power circulator
opportunity
switch, and a
for the
host of
juniors.
complex technologies. And similarly, the bus system was there to support this agility requirement and the mission requirements. My salutations and gratitude to my dearest RISAT-2B team. Each one of them have given their best and contributed to realize
Somnath
this
sir, you
mission
can
in
see
a record time of
in
15 months,
blue shirt.
which any other best industry also would have taken not less than 4 years
My
to realize
director,
this
then
mission.
director
I
Kunni
thank
Krishnan
the
sir also
management
is
of
there.
ISRO for giving me this
You
opportunity
should
to
never
lead the
forget
team
your
and
parents,
contribute my
elders,
best.
and
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
your teachers. Thank you. And with this, we'll conclude. And thank you for patient listening. And thank you for this opportunity to be with you and listen to your accomplishments and the how you are with bold step you are making a difference for the country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that inspiring session. Your words add value to the young minds. The terms you use, such as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and the motive of making impossible machine as an possible and a very successful machine to reach sky at very low cost, is so much inspiring. Thank you, sir. So now we open the floor for a short Q&A session. If you have any
Okay.
questions, please drop them in the YouTube live chat and we'll address a few questions right now. And I request our guest to have few questions from our audience.
Yeah, no problem. They can go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I am Deepshika, pursuing my final year in ECE department. Being an ECE student, I wanted to know what skills or areas I should focus on for a career in space tech or ISRO.
See, doing every activity in a cost effective way is the need of the hour. Then only if we are able to do it. So now, most of the things which can be done by simulation and visualization, analysis, we have to do. Really things which cannot be done by that, and we really which things need building prototype, that only should be done by building the prototype. Otherwise, most of the assessment, analysis, and getting confidence to do the activity, you should be doing by doing simulation analysis. When you will be able to do that, when you get master those tools. So many tools are available. Even some of the tools, depending on your knowledge and what you grasp, you may be able to develop those tools. So we have to go in that direction. So we should have that mind of accomplishing the task, not only just accomplishing the task, doing it in a cost effective way. That will happen when you put your heart and soul into that, you will accomplish. That is what I want to tell you.
Thank you, sir. The
So all
next,
these latest developments we have to include in our space systems and services. AI, edge computing, quantum, everything, it has to come to use. Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question is from Archana. What is meant by telecommunication?
Tele is distance, communication is communicating. Telecommunication is uh, communicating from a distance, maybe from space or from any other land. And you know, space-based services play a very important role, and especially for our forces, communication is very important because real time now they should be aware of what is happening and where is a particular ship or flight. The seamless communication is very, very important. And even our aircrafts monitoring, train services, for every service, this is it. Communication is one of the key things which will decide the progress of the communication. Infrastructure, communication, and your economy. These are three major things which will decide whether a country will be assessed as a developed country or not a developed country.
Thank you, sir. There's another question
Thank
from
you.
Ritvik. Sir, what are the importance of
Yeah,
satellites in Operation Sindoor?
yeah. In Operation Sindoor, as I told you, these satellites, even a missile has to work. It needs navigation. That you know no, when you are traveling and all, you use navigation app, so that will give you precise information. Sometimes what happens, we use GPS. GPS, they can deny the services or trouble us. That is why it is very important that we should have our own constellation. That is how we have Navic system, our own design. And another thing is, by this remote sensing, I told you, no, RISAT to be all weather 30 centimeter thing, that was instrumental in identifying vulnerable targets of the enemy. What if we hit enemy will crumble? To identify that, information from this remote sensing was very, very important. That is why we identified and hit accurately, and the enemy was turned to dust. That is the importance. And you want to do a coordinated operation, communication. All these forces have to remain connected to each other. That direct line of sight communication will not be there. It has to happen only through our satellites. So in all these areas, navigation, communication, Earth observation, identifying vulnerable targets, and that navigation will be useful when a missile takes off, and if it has to go in the intended target, all these services are required. And this is what our satellites work 24 bar 7 and ensured success of Operation Sindoor. And let us remember our forces again with gratitude, because you may have any system, but if they don't know how to use, nothing will happen. Our forces had the courage, and they are the real heroes, who didn't fear for their life, and they used all these space-based services and turned the enemy into dust within no time. Otherwise, if we were not proficient, we would have gone back so many years in progress. Correct? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. The last question is from Vaishnavi from Gokaraju. What skills are essentials
Yeah.
for students aspiring to work in R&D organizations?
Yeah. One is sincerity, and you need patience, because not everything will go the way you think or way you want to be, because most of the things will be first time. So you should have that resilience, continuing your efforts. So you should inculcate good habits. You should do meditation. That is what I told you. You should maintain good health, both mental, physical, and being connected together. You should have a good work life balance. Only then you will be able to sustain the activity. Once in a while means we can do it by stretching, but it becomes a routine, and that routine itself, if you are to sustain it, you need some kind of change and training your mind by doing exercises and doing meditation and being connected with friends, thinking together, cooperative way of working. Basically, you should be a good human being, and with good intention, you should pursue your work. Automatically, all other things will happen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the interactive Q&A session. Your answers to our young minds are inspiring. As we come to the close of this remarkable session, I invite Miss Siri to present vote of thanks. Miss Siri, over to you.
Thank you, Deepshika. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. On behalf of the KY Foundation, I'm Siri, BTech graduated Aeronautical Engineering. Along with entire organizing team of Aryabhata Space Virtual Lecture Series 11, I extended my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Ramanagouda and Dr. V. Nadagouda Garu, designated scientist associated of projects. Sir, your words have truly ignited a scientific curiosity among our students, educators, many of in the field of space technologies. A special thanks to Dr. G. Satish Reddy Garu, former chairman of DRDO. Dr. Prakash Chauhan sir is the director of NRSC-ISRO. Well, constant guidance and mentorship is continued to inspire by the KY Foundation and Aryabhatta Space Virtual Lecture Series. This session is a powerful reminder that space is the next destination. Let's explore together. Before I conclude, I warmly invite everyone to stay connected with us for upcoming innovators. Join our WhatsApp channel, follow us on Instagram, visit our official website for future update. Please mark your calendar. Our next Aryabhatta Space Virtual session will be held on 21 March 2026. We looking forward your active participation will be once again. Let us carry forward the legacy of Aryabhatta and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam by nurturing a scientific temper and driving knowledge future. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Best wishes to all of you. I pray God to keep you happy, healthy, and blessed with long life, and keep you blessed forever. Thank you very much. Make a difference and make your nation strong. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Ms. Siri, for those wonderful words of gratitude. And I would like to add special thanks to Director NRSC Dr. Prakash Chauhan sir for being part of Aryabhatta Space itself. And I also want to add value to the event by thanking Chairman of ISRO and ISRO family for the guidance and support from the NRSC ISRO. And I also thank everyone who joined us. Thank you for being part of Lecture 11 of Aryabhatta Space itself. Let's continue this exciting journey together as we explore new things in science and space. And I request everyone to subscribe our YouTube channel, KIYE Foundation, for future sessions, and also join our official WhatsApp channel for the updates and announcements. Let's stay connected, stay curious, and keep reaching for the stars because truly, we strongly believe that space is the next destination. Let's explore it. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you. Jai Hind.